Wheels. You want to make yours look flawless like a pro and learn how to maintain them so they continue looking new? Then you'll want to stick around as I'll walk you through the secrets on cleaning your wheels to perfection while at home. When it comes to wheel washing and maintaining your wheels, a lot of times it's the most disliked portion of the overall detailing process. Hi, I'm Tim Kennedy. I'm the owner of Divergent Elite Detailing located in McDonough, Georgia. Welcome to Ask Divergent. Our mission at Ask Divergent is to equip those who are seeking to be the hero of protecting the look and the functionality of their automotive investment. You know, wheel cleaning, whether you like it or not, it's one of those things that's really needed. And two, not caring for your wheels properly is kind of like walking and cleaning your bedroom but not making the bed. Something just doesn't look right. And then two, over time, as different things like brake dust sit on the wheel itself, it begins to embed and etch into the metal, and over time your wheels start to look aged and then they look bad. Now, I want to walk us through the process of maintaining your wheels and how to care for them properly to make sure that you're effectively getting the dirt and the grime off your wheels, and then also caring for them in such a way during that washing process that you're not scratching or doing further damage or doing any damage to those wheels. So I'm going to walk us through the products as we walk through the process. So typically people say, well, when do you do the wheels? Do you do them first? Do you come back and do them later? We always suggest that you do the wheels first. Here's why. If I've washed the car and I've saved the wheels to last, I go and now I'm cleaning the wheels, and then when I go to rinse the car, now that is splattering up on a surface that I have washed, and now it's contaminated, and then I've got to go back and rinse and wash that again, those particular areas. So we suggest doing them first. That way when you do it, you know you're going to be following up in the wash process, so you won't have any issues there. So I would first wash the wheels first. Now when we start with the vehicle or we go to the wheels, I'm going to start with a simple rinse. You want to look and see how much contamination is on there. Are they heavily soiled? In other words, it can be dirt. Maybe you've been four-wheeling or been out on the road and you've got a lot of dirt on there. Or two, it could be a lot of brake dust. So what we typically say is that if it is heavy in there, this would be a process. I would go through and I would rinse that wheel out. We typically rinse the wheel, the tire, and the wheel well and make sure that that's completely, that we've rinsed that effectively. Then the next step is I'm going to come back with a wheel cleaner and then a tire cleaner. And then also I'm going to use this in the wheel well. So what I have here for cleaning the wheel is Iron and Fallout by Gtechniq. This is a product that I'm going to spray in on the wheel facings and in the wheel barrel. That way I'm making sure that all of that surface is covered so this can sit on there and begin to do its job. It's literally going to go in and start chemically lifting out dirt, grime, fallout from the wheel itself. You'll see, and a lot of times you'll see certain areas start to turn purple as it's doing its job on there. And then also from a wheel well aspect and then from a tire aspect, a good APC or an all-purpose cleaner will be highly effective in there. I'm going to go ahead, we call it the wet work while we're doing the tires and wheels. So I'll go in and I'll spray out the wheel well with something like this after I've done the initial rinse. Now it's important that when you're looking at chemicals that you never let anything dry. So what you want to make sure of is that you're not cleaning the wheels right after you've driven. If the wheels are hot, if the calipers are hot, this product is going to dry fast, and you don't want that to take place, because what's going to happen if it dries fast and you can have a problem, okay? So you don't want to etch the wheels, jeopardize color or anything like that. So you want to let this stay on there as long as it can, do its job, begin to eat the dirt and the different things off the wheel without, you know, drying and beginning to etch at all. So after, let's say back to the heavily soiled wheel, I'm going to take and spray the things on there and let them sit. If it's heavily soiled, I'm not just going to grab the wheel tools and start cleaning, because I don't want, if it has a lot of dirt and things on there and I'm doing it at this step, I can run the risk of dragging dirt across there and scratching the wheel surface, which I don't want to do. So what I'm going to do in that case, if it's a heavily soiled wheel, let that work. When it comes time, then I'm going to go back and rinse out all the areas effectively that I just sprayed to let sit. Okay, after I do that, then I'm going to come back and I'm either going to put this on there again, the iron and fallout, or I can go with a soap. I can foam it and foam that area really good. Let's say we use the iron and fallout on there. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to let it sit for another minute, and then I'm going to go back and I'm going to start using the tools. These are handy because it allows you to reach all the way into the barrel. What happens a lot of times, since we don't really enjoy doing the wheels, we're going to neglect the back side of the spokes, whether it be at the base or along the back side. We want to make sure that we are effectively cleaning all that area because, again, over time, it's going to age the wheels and make them start to look bad. So we want to use the tools like these. This is a microfiber. This does not fit in every wheel. You're going to have some who the brake drums and the calipers are so big, it's hard to get this in all the crevices. We actually have a BMW. The wheel patterns work fine for this, so I like it because it's microfiber and I'm not having to be concerned about scratches. So I want to watch also, this is a thing that I'm going to want to keep rinsed out. Microfiber will hold dirt and grime, so I want to make sure that once I use it, if I've rinsed it, reduced that I'm rinsing this in between each wheel. That way I'm making sure that I'm not causing any scratching. This is another one, and this is a wheel Woolie. The advantage of this is it will press down, so it will get in a lot of the tight spots that the other will not. The thing that you do want to watch with this is you don't have to apply a lot of pressure when you're washing the wheel. If you've got the chemical, the soap on there, just go through and lightly push it through. The key is being effective in making sure that you're covering all the angles. This will even bend, and you can take it and reach the backside of the spokes at the base and then all the way up the backside of the spoke. It can clean it effectively there. So these are two good tools. But again, no need to press down because you do run the risk of scratching your wheel if you do that. Some other things that we'll use for wheel facings are detailing brushes that are very soft bristle. You don't have to worry about that being something that's going to scratch at all. So I can take this in my bucket. If I've got foam, if I foam the wheel or whatever cleaner I have on there, then I can come back. This works great for getting in where the lug nuts are. So it's really effective in that. You don't have to worry about it scratching either. And then I can go along the tight crevice areas and keep that clean that way. And then two, you always have your microfiber mitt that you can use effectively for washing your wheels, so wheel facings. Adequate tire brush. Again, if you use a stiff bristle brush, which I see a lot of people doing, just do your tires with this. You can do your tires and your wheel wells with this. Reason being, we're back to scratching. If you're using a stiff brush like this one is, you are going to scratch that wheel. So be careful in doing that. Okay, so you've gone through, you've done your initial rinse, you've sprayed your chemical on there, you've let it sit, then you went back, and then if it was a heavily soiled, you've rinsed that, then you went back, sprayed again, and now you've gone over all the areas of the wheel with the different tools that we just walked through. Now it's time to rinse again. Again, don't let this sit there. A lot of times we'll go and we'll spray all four wheels, and then we run the risk of going, oh yeah, those two over there are now dry. Don't create more work for ourselves. So just make sure that we're keeping a mental picture on, we've got these two, we don't want things to dry, so we're going to keep that in our mind. So after we've done that, we're going back now, we're rinsing the wheels effectively, the wheel and the wheel well. We've worked on both of those and we've got those clean. After we do that, let's say we're done with the vehicle, your wheels are done, now you finish the rest of the car, it's time to dry it. So you want to pull it in, maybe in the garage or in the shade or wherever you're doing that. And so for ceramic coated cars, a lot of times I use a blower. I use a leaf blower on the vehicle, and it works fantastic for that. Or you can also use a good microfiber towel for drying your vehicle. When you're drying, also dry your wheels, okay? And then once we do that, you want to follow up with a maintenance spray, okay? Now that you've got the wheel clean, how can I think ahead and say, what can I do in this step that's going to make it easier for me to maintain, to make cleanup even easier the next time? So one of the things that we suggest, this is not, one of the things that you can do that's maximum protection is to go with a wheel ceramic coating. But this is as if you're not going that route. What is the maintenance spray that I could use? Gtechniq has a product called C2, which is a ceramic sealant. This is a great product for a maintenance spray. It is a fusion-based, DIY-friendly ceramic coating that would be ideal for that. If you're a person who's like us and we wash our vehicles pretty regularly, this would be a great maintenance spray for that. It's going to give you something that will make cleanup the next time a lot easier. So this is, again, ceramic sealant, or C2, by Gtechniq. Okay, so we've gone over everything from products to process on maintaining and cleaning your wheels. If you've got questions about any aspect of maintaining your car, you can feel free to reach out to us. You can go to askdivergent.com to submit your question there, or you can give us a call, 678-310-3153.